So in this video, I'm going to quickly recap BYND, and I'm going to compare it to another similar setup from last year. And as you see me do in a lot of these videos, I like to find situations where the setup is similar both technically and fundamentally. And so the one that stuck out, and in my last video, I had compared this to AMD and GME, basically other meme stocks. So in this one, GME was a very similar one, both technically and fundamentally. So we'll go over the technicals first. So let's go back to GME. So we'll first off with BYND, they had the big move up, they had the huge gap. They had sort of a consolidation day, and then they had another leg down here. So with GME back here, this was last year, same kind of thing. They had the big move up, they had the big gap up, they had the consolidation day, and then they had the big move down here. So that's from a technical perspective. And then also if you look intraday on that day 3, right here, this move here, kind of similar to BYND as well. It's right here. So that's the technicals. From a fundamental perspective, they both fall into this meme bucket. So you can anticipate sort of the same audience, same players involved with sort of the same expectations and mentality because the chart's essentially setting up the same way. Then from a fundamental perspective, BYND had released, they were supposed to release earnings on I think the 30th, but they released preliminary results to get the numbers out there because companies don't do offerings prior to an earnings release because it likely could violate non-public information rules. And so they did that. And if you look back, GameStop, May of last year, same thing, reported preliminary results. And then what they ended up doing is they actually filed an S3 ASR and ATM, which I highlighted here. So they had the move down and then they had the filing. So now you have potential for, at least in BYND's case, them using the ATM. And then you also have this upcoming potential negative catalyst where they might file, and because they have WIXI status now, file an S3 ASR, maybe an increased ATM. So you have this kind of negative catalyst looming. So that's from the fundamental perspective. I mean, like I've gone over many times, these are the types of setups I really like when you basically have a situation where you have a historical example you can reference with very, very similar variables, just increases the odds that it can turn out the same way. That's it.